Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Lavella, and we are continuing our adventure through Whispering Winds, our forever world. Let's go ahead and do the stats real quick. Um, not sure much of this has changed. It's mostly going to be the digging. Digging into the digging, and more digging, and more digging, and then some more digging. And I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface. But we are going to place some blocks today. We're going to do some planning. Um, so I've been talking about how over the years I've always wanted to do an underground base, and I've always liked the idea of a bunker. I play House Flipper too also, but I like the first one better. Anyway, for some reason I really enjoy decorating the bunkers. I don't know why, but as I said before, I start working underground, and then I start feeling claustrophobic, even though it's a game, even though it's pixels, even though, it's not real sunshine or real skyline or whatever. After so long, I'm like, oh, I got to get out of here. So, um, I never really have managed to complete what I wanted to do underground. And then Impulse SV, one of the hermits, last season he did Cyberpunk City, and the lore is his people escaped. And then this season they're going to live in a silo. He's doing a silo for his build. Well, he mentioned the TV series on Apple Plus. Silo was kind of an inspiration for him. He's not going to try to copy the build like block for block or whatever, but he was talking about that, and I was like, that's a really good idea. I really should just go for it. And I'm not saying that the whole reason I'm doing it is because of that, but that was kind of the motivation to make me say, okay, we're going to do it for real this time. So anyway, one thing is, let's get over there. One thing is, he keeps talking about that series and that he has already watched it all before, and he's watching it again, and he's binging it. And so I'm thinking, well, this must be really good if he's rewatching it, and if the silo build in the show is good enough that it's like providing him with inspiration for his Minecraft build. I was like, okay. So we don't have Apple TV, and I need to sit down and figure out, because we're paying for Disney Plus, and we're paying for, well, we have an Amazon Prime, so we get that as part of the package, and we're paying for we get HBO through Cole's phone through AT&T, and then we pay for this and we pay for that. And my dad and I talk all the time, and he's like, yeah, I'm watching this or I'm watching that, or maybe I want to watch an American football game or whatever, and I can't hardly watch anything because, oh, well, you got to have this or you got to have that, and you got to have this unlocked, and you got to have that plus, and it's like, oh my God, really? I can't play anything, it seems like, because we don't have the right streaming services, and yet we have Paramount Plus, we have Disney Plus, we have the Amazon Prime, we have the HBO, we have Netflix, we have, I don't know what else. But anyway, you start adding that stuff up. Now, like I said, the Prime and the HBO we get because of other stuff. That's part of a package deal. But by the time you pay for Disney Plus, Netflix, and Paramount Plus, it's like, if you add all that money up that we're spending every month for that, how much would it cost just to get a regular TV slash cable package? like from DirecTV or something, and then be able to watch the channels I want to watch. I mean, I love those channels, don't get me wrong, but anyway, so I need to do that. Hang on a second. I've got to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to do 9 over here. I already did the other ends. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so basically what I have done is I just picked a spot. I didn't like measure the map or measure the island. I just kind of found a spot that felt like it was relatively central, and I went 50 blocks out each direction, and then 9 blocks extending on each end. And then we're gonna kind of make it a circle, but not really. You can kind of. It's just gonna be a shape, okay? Circle-ish, roundabout, roundabout, roundabout. Okay. So anyway, the thing about Silo. So, uh, my son figured out some way to be able to watch Severance without having Apple TV. It's probably not what you're supposed to do. And I asked him. I said, "Can you do that for Silo? Because I would kind of want to. I kind of want to watch Silo." And he's supposed to be looking into it. Well, I just Googled watch Silo for free, and it was available on Tubi, Tubi, and of course you have commercials with it, but you have commercials with Disney Plus unless you pay extra, and you got commercials with Paramount Plus unless you pay extra. You know, the only one that I know of right now that doesn't do commercials is Netflix. Thank you, Netflix. Anyway, so I was able to watch the whole first season. Well, it was 4 episodes, and it feels like it's a done deal. So, and there wasn't a whole lot of focus on the bunker. I mean, you could tell they were in a bunker, but it was just brick walls and rooms. It didn't. I didn't feel it was very inspiring. The concept, okay, but as far as the actual build, I was like, okay, it's just a bunch of walls and rooms with a laboratory and living area and whatever. Well, I don't. That's not exactly original, you know. So I guess I was expecting a lot more, and I was a little disappointed. So I'm gonna let my son know. Yeah, we're okay. Don't bother. I'm not that concerned with watching it. If I happen to catch the next season, great. If not, great. And the story was decent. I mean, it was. I wouldn't call it exactly original, but it was a little different. It kind of surprised me because the opening episode I expected it to go one way, and it uh, didn't. It wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be, which is good because wasn't sure I was going to watch the whole season. I'm not really into the whole zombie thing. I know the zombie apocalypse is like this huge thing, and it has been for years. And I'm just like, okay, can we figure something else out? We've done the whole it feels like we've done the zombie apocalypse theme for the last 50 years. Can we move on? Can we find something else? Anyway, hang on, I gotta get a drink. I've been sitting here holding my cup instead of placing blocks. So anyway, I was a little disappointed in Silo, but it wasn't bad. I don't feel like I wasted my time. It was decent. The story was decent. But I was expecting the Silo, the actual living quarters, to be something like, oh yeah, that's fantastic. Oh, definitely, and I was just kind of like, I've seen that before. There's nothing spectacular about that. So anyway, okay, so here's what I want to do. What I want to do. So I don't know if this 50 is going to be big, but I think it will be because that's 50 extending from the axis. So that makes it a minimum 100 across, right? Not including the center part. So that's a decent size, I guess. So the plan is, once we get this shape lined out, is I will dig this all the way down to bedrock, right? And then the ends, there will be tunnels going the cardinal directions. Like, I don't know, which direction are we facing? South. Okay. So this one will take us, don't push me off. This one will take me south to go wherever I want to go. And then obviously that one's north and west and east. And uh, these will be tunnels, basically. And like one of them will go off into a residential area, and the other one will go off into a business area, and maybe one will go off to a recreational, and maybe the other one will be like uh, civil services, like a courthouse and a fire station and a hospital and a police department, that kind of stuff. Anyway, we'll have four districts basically. Yeah, civil service. I probably should write this down because I'm not going to remember. Civil service, residential, business, and entertainment. So entertainment would be like maybe a skating rink and maybe a movie theater and maybe a concert hall or maybe a theater where you would put on plays or that kind of stuff. Anyway, I know big, big, big plans, but it's Forever World. We have forever. We're good. Okay, sure. Now I don't necessarily need this to be a circle circle, but I kind of want it circle-ish. All right, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that. We're going to do that on each end. And I know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know there's a thing online, I can't remember the name of it, where you can go and it basically, you can put in, I want a sphere or whatever shape, geometrical shape, design, whatever, and you can tell it that you want it to be 100 block radius or whatever, and you can, it'll give you the thing like 2112 or whatever to design it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just might waste some of this cobble because I'm not going to jump up and down for one piece of cobble when we have, God knows how many double chests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is how I do my circles. Is I just kind of go, okay. Of course, they're not usually this big. This would probably be a 1 or a 2 instead of a 5. But I'm not worried about it being too round. I just don't want it to be a square, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm not going for that. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm talking to myself when I say it'll be okay because it actually bugs me. I know it's cobblestone. I know we have a bazillion stacks of cobblestone, and losing 1 block here and there is really not a big deal, but it still bugs me. It still bugs me. Okay, we did that end. We did that end. We did that end. Let's do this end. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Ow, I got it. My finger was itching. Okay, let's go in here. No. Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? I put it on the ends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no, I did that right. This one I started to do wrong. Well, it's not wrong if I do this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One thing about doing builds like this is you get one block off and it messes everything up. Okay, I want to. We don't need this for the mob spawn or anything because we're on a mushroom island. But I want this so I can glance and see. Okay, that's where we are there. That's where we are there. I should have done this as we went, but I didn't think about it. A lot of running, a lot of running, a lot of running. Okay, we still have quite a bit of space. Um, I need a refill. Can I get over there without? Not really. Okay. All right, where were we? All right, so let's do the 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I definitely don't care about wasting these mushrooms. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I'm not going to worry about going and sleeping. We're just going to work through the night. Oh, I didn't light this up. Oh, almost stepped off. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's nothing wrong with doing squares, by the way. There are a lot of amazing builds that are made up of squares. But I was playing a game, Ultima Online. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dadgummit. 5. And this guy, there's a way you can do custom builds. And this guy was showing me his house, and it was pretty interesting the way he did it. It had, small areas and larger areas and different elevations, and he really did a good job with, having variety. And he said he used to let his wife do the building, but she wanted to do everything like a Borg cube. And if you're not familiar with Star Trek, Borgs, of course, some of them I think they have spheres now, but two, three, four, five. But they're basically just one great big cube that have all their little pods and stuff in it. Okay. And so ever since he said that, it made me real self-conscious about doing squares or boxes or cubes because it just feels judgy. Okay, let's see. All right. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so we have three. I don't think we got these yet. And if I sound stopped up, apologize for that. Right before I started to start recording, I had a sneezing fit, and I sneezed so hard and so much that it made me start shivering. Two, three, four, five. And I do that. Um, I don't know if it's just me being weird, but I do that enough that I actually Googled it one time, about shivering with cold after sneezing, and it said that one, two, three. Sometimes when you sneeze, if you sneeze hard enough, or several in a row, uh, enough heat will escape your body quickly, so it makes you shiver. Okay, you say so. Google said it, so it must be true. But I just, for a long time, I thought there was something wrong with me. Well, and there are things wrong with me, but okay, so are we back to where we started? Yep. Okay. Facing north. Okay, we need to just start doing north first. That way I don't have to keep running back and forth guessing. Okay, do let's do 3 this time. And the reason I do it like I go and do each end is because I want to see how it's going to match up. I don't want to do this whole thing and then it be wacky do. I want to figure it out as I go. And it's probably the hardest way to do. There's probably a much easier way to do this, but this is my process. One, two, three. Okay. I guess I could just do like 2 quadrants. Okay. One, two, three. Okay. This is north. We just. Oh, we're still on that. Okay. I don't know why I thought we. Oh my gosh, my brain. Okay, so we're gonna do north. Let's just do it. The minute I start trying to take shortcuts for time saving, then I'm gonna mess it up, and then it's gonna take me longer to fix it. So we're just gonna keep doing it the slow, tedious way, and increase my chances of success instead of my chances of messing it up. Not that it's hard to fix, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, so 3. Okay, and this is east. Okay, we've done north and we've done east. We're going to do south. One, two, three. All right, let's come down here. Sorry, I'm getting quiet. I seem to go from one extreme to the other. I'm either chatty Cathy and just the whole time, or I'm just like, okay, I have to count. 1, 2, 3. I can't do that and chitter chatter at the same time. It's too much. I can't handle it. Okay, have we done the 3? No, we have not. This should be our last one for the 3. 1, 2, 3. I still obviously have God knows how much digging to do, but I needed a break. So I decided to do this, and that way I can do some focus digging instead of just trying to do the whole biome at once, which was my original plan. Uh, that's taken too long. So I thought, well, if I can work on this and then go back to working on that and come back to working on this, then that gives me a little bit of variety, so I get less burnout. Hang on, I need a drink. I'm drinking Sprite today. Um, let's do 3 again. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And also, uh, what direction is that? Oh my gosh, that's my timer. West. My brain just went blank. I'm staring at it like I'm not even seeing it. Okay, we started with west. All right. I know this is tedious. I know it is. And if all these floaties bother you, I understand. They bother me too. I'll get to it. Okay. Okay. So we have two fives and two threes. But I also I want to get some villagers here, but I don't want just villagers. I want all the villagers. I want villagers from every biome. And since the jungle biome doesn't actually have villages, we're going to have to kidnap two, three, some villagers and breed them in the jungle until we get some jungle villagers. And same thing in the swamp. And then we can kidnap regular ones and desert ones and acacia or savanna ones. So I think there's five. Taiga, taiga desert. No, taiga desert, plains. What did I just say? Savannah. Okay, so those are the four that actually spawn villages. And then I'm pretty sure there are villagers for jungle and swamp. So that makes six. So I want to gather up villagers of each culture, biome, whatever, and bring them all here, like at least, you know, minimum two of each, but preferably four of each, and bring them here and breed them up so that uh, we have some variety because I don't want to do a trade hall. I want them to populate the city. One, two, three, three. Okay, so we have two threes, two fives, two fives. We need another three. One, two, three. My son had his 31st birthday yesterday, and I guess it should make me feel old, but I already feel old, so it really doesn't make me feel any older. But I really bought some serious groceries for his birthday, and oh my gosh, it cost a fortune, and it was just gone so fast. But I bought a brisket. 553. We need a three. And in the United States, anyway, our beef prices are getting up there pretty good. And I'm not going to talk about whose fault that is because I'm not going to get into politics on here. But anyway, so our beef prices have gone up, and I got a brisket for $25. $5. And I probably could have eaten half of it just by myself. It was that small. I was not happy. One, two, three. And I order online. I don't actually go to the store. One, two, one, two. Okay. Um, Not because I'm special or anything, but by the time I walk from the parking lot into the store, walk through the store to gather up my groceries, stand in line, load all my groceries onto the conveyor belt, load the bags into the cart, load the bags into, or walk back to the car, load the bags into the car, put the basket up, drive home, and then unload all the groceries into the house, and then put all the groceries up, I am in tears. My back is shredded. I just, it's too much. It's just too much. Um, 5533. Have we done all of these? I didn't think we had. Wait, what direction was that? West. Did we start with west? Oh my god. I should have just done this off camera. I can't think and talk at the same time. That's 5533. Okay. All right, when in doubt go back to north. Obviously this episode's going to run long because I want to get at least one part of it to meet up before we stop. I am going to have to go sleep though, because I'm pretty sure this was my second or third day. Let's go sleep real quick. I don't want to. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure phantoms will spawn in this biome. I could be wrong. Normal aggro does not spawn in a mushroom biome, like creepers and skeletons and spiders and stuff. But I can't remember if phantoms will, because I don't think they're restricted by biome. I think they're just sky. But anyway, I got a brisket and I did a salad and hot rolls and these little baby potatoes and onion. We don't hardly ever have onion in the house because we have dogs, and onions are quite toxic for dogs. So I just don't buy them. Everybody in this house loves onions, but I don't buy them because I don't want to risk. Because sometimes the puppies are a little naughty, and they help themselves to things if they can reach it. So, since I'm not going to just follow them around all day and stare at them and watch everything they do, um, we just don't have it in the house. That way they can't hurt themselves with it. But anyway, so I did the brisket with in a like an oven bag, and I had the brisket marinade sauce on it, and big chunks of onions. I basically just took onions and just quartered them so we had great big pieces so that we could see them to make sure that you know they they were easily noticeable. And the potatoes, it was just onions and potatoes in with the brisket and the marinade. And I just put that. I was gonna do celery too, but I was like, okay, no, this is good. And put that in the bag and cooked it, and it was really good. It wasn't quite as tender as I was hoping it would be. I think maybe I rushed it a little bit, but it was pretty good. And then I bought asparagus and didn't use that like I intended. Hmm. We're going to do another 3. Actually, let's do a 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. Anyway, it was really good, and I'm glad I did it. Let's just figure out this corner. We're already out of time. And I also had a cake mix. I used to bake from scratch. I used to do everything from scratch. But anyway, I got a strawberry cake mix and a cream cheese frosting. We're going to do that tonight. And I'll make something and do the asparagus and probably have some more salad. We both love salad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even as a kid, he loved salad. I mean, we would go to a restaurant and I would order him a chef salad and myself a chef salad, and the waitress would question me. She'd be like, "You want a chef salad for him?" "Yes, I do. That's what he wants." "But those are really big and it's all salad." "I know what a chef salad is. That's my order. You're going to give that to a child?" "Oh my God, lady." This is my kid and it's my food and I'm paying for it. Why don't you just bring me what I asked for instead of questioning my decisions? Good Lord. And they would finally take my order and bring it, and of course he would devour it because he loves salad. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they'd stand there and go, "Oh, I can't believe he ate that salad. I've never seen a child eat salad like that before. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Oh my God. Go away." Can you go talk about me in the kitchen? Do you have to stand here at my table and gawk at my child like he's some kind of freak show? Go away. It's good that he likes salad. Don't make it sound like he's a weirdo. Ugh. Sometimes people just don't filter what's coming out of their mouth. I know because I do that too. There are plenty of times I don't filter as much as I should. All right, we're going to do another 5 here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm out of torches. That's all right. Okay. Let's go back with the whole 3 thing. 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, I'm not worried about this being a perfect circle. I just don't want it to be a square. If it is kind of a circle, okay. If it's not, okay. If it's just kind of a rounded square, okay. I just don't want it to be a box. At this point, it probably would have been faster just to jump down and pillar up. I thought about that as I was almost here. 1, 2, and 3. Hmm. All right. Well, let's do. See how this works out. Okay. So 3, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 singles. That works, right? That rounds it off a little bit. But see, it's not a perfect circle. It just kind of has a slight slope and then a little bit of a curve. So I don't think I would call it a circle, but we definitely achieved the goal of it not being just a big fat square. And again, I don't really have a problem with squares. I am one. I know, I'm hilarious. I don't have a problem with square builds. There are some amazing, amazing, stunning, beautiful builds that are all based on squares, but I'm in the mood for not square for this. Okay, fair. And I know it's going to be like an underground city, and it's going to be the whole silo bunker theme kind of thing. But I want to do a lot of arches and curves and stuff. I don't want it to just, you know, I don't want it to look like a hospital. I want it to look like it has some kind of design. I can't do. Oh my gosh, my dad uh, watched. I have like all the DVDs for the whole Hobbit, Lord of the Rings series because that's the kind of nerd I am. Um, and my dad was like, I think I'm actually wanting to watch that. I said, okay, okay, so I'll bring him to you. And he's like, well, I don't even know if I'm gonna like it. I don't usually like that kind of stuff. I said, you start with the Hobbit, keep it in line with the story, and if you like that, then you'll like the rest of it. Because my son, he likes the Hobbit, but he thinks the Lord of the Rings is better. And I'm kind of 50-50, but I kind of lean more towards the Hobbit. But I absolutely, I'll be watching Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, ooh, this is my favorite scene. And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, ooh, this is my favorite scene. And I'm like, oh, this is about to happen. It's my favorite scene. And it's like, okay, you've been saying that for 9 hours now. You can't have 9 hours worth of favorite scenes. Yes, I can. If I want to, I can. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, he's made it through the Hobbit trilogy, and he watched the first uh, DVD for Lord of the Rings. And he's not real crazy about the fact that there's two different actors that played Bilbo. Because in the original Lord of the Rings, it's one guy, and then when they did The Hobbit, it was somebody else. And he's not real happy about that. But other than that, he likes it okay. But he says, I think I like The Hobbit better. And I'm like, okay. Well, my son says Lord of the Rings is better. So we'll just see what you think after you see all of it. So I'm really excited about it because it's like, oh, we're bringing him in to to the good stuff. Anyway, I'm just standing here talking and waving my hands in the air. Thank you so very much for taking the time to watch this video. I have no idea how long we ran over, and it was probably super boring. But for those of you who like to do different shapes and stuff and don't quite know how to plan them out, um, I guess I should have looked it up. But there is a website, and you can just Google. There is a website online, obviously, uh, where you could go and you can tell it, I want. It has all these options, whether it's a pyramid or a octagon or a sphere or a dome or whatever, and you can say I want it to be 223 blocks, radius or diameter, and it'll calculate it and it'll tell you, okay, this is how you build it, and it's pretty cool. But that's too much thinking for me. To me, doing it this way is a lot easier. So, anyway, this is my process. Thank you again for taking the time to watch this, and we will see you later.